I've worn these boots for almost 10 years, the first boots I bought for the business, but there's a lot of issues that we finally solved. After almost 10 years, we finally got Limbs to collaborate with us on the perfect version. Leather-lined, repairable mock toe stitch, and a Vibram outsole. Check them out below. The perfect version of the Limbs I've always wanted are finally available. I found a cool pair of vintage Red Wings. And anytime I see like a really unique pattern or a unique style of boot, I try to buy it if it's reasonably priced, because I love pulling inspiration from old designs, pulling the history, like historical patterns and footwear, and like really digging through some of the old archives that even some of the brands don't even have or recognize, or yeah, because you'd be surprised at how much get lost to the sands of time. You know, like I think it was like maybe it's the Reebok pumps. They had to like go buy, yeah, I think it was that. They had to go buy like the old pairs and recreate them millimeter by millimeter because they lost the original patterns. And I also have a little box from Taylor Stitch with some really cool denim stuff, or like some indigo stuff. And we just did this, I'm not wearing them, the Smugs, the Sock Eater Smugs, and Tay dipped his in natural indigo to dime, and they turned out so cool. We dipped some shirts just for like the employees, just for fun. So I think let's get to it. What knife? Should we see if we sold, like I think we might have accidentally sold Christy out of their little baby knives. Cause I just like it so much, I keep using it. So let's see if they still have some available. Oh, they even have replacement blades. Oh, they still have some in stock. Oh wait, add to cart, patience required. I really want to get one of their, what is this handle made out of? Just steel? Teflon nickel plating? Yeah, they just look cool. I like these little knives. You know what'd be really cool is if they came out with one that was like half the size. You know, just like a little teeny one that you just keep on your keychain. It's like half this size, same mechanism and everything. Just a baby version. They're really cheap too, like affordable, like 50 bucks. Made in the US. Handmade by Randy Christie himself. So shout out Randy, makes some pretty cool little knives. So let's see what Taylor Stitch says. And by sent us, they're like, hey, this is our new collection. Which of these do you want? And I was like, I want those, and I will pay whatever it takes to get those, because I'll just buy them if you don't want to send them to me. Because it was the, well, actually, I have them with me. This like really heavy canvas pants. I have like shorts too, actually. I didn't realize they're the same material. And I have the over shirt for them, and it's really thick, heavy canvas. They're so cool. And I decided to split this into two unboxings. It's like there's too much cool in one box. You gotta spread it out. So what do we have here? Yes. The Division shirt in indigo twill. Look at the color of this. There's like that deep, like rich blue from like this real natural indigo that I just love. And I hope it got the same size, 42. I hope this fits. It looks a little small. Let's try it on. Let's look at it first. I'm getting ahead of myself. Natural indigo, this product will age gracefully over time with beautiful fading. Indigo dye may rub off on light colors and upholstery, wear often, and wash when needed. I almost went with the lighter wash, the washed indigo, because that looks pretty cool. But this is the true indigo way. And $128, fitted at the chest, straight fit through the body, shorter tail, model 6'3", 11.5 ounce, 100% organic cotton, 6 ounce polyester lining, 35 cotton trim. Description: the only thing better than a brand new shirt is one that's been around the block and has a wear and tear to prove it. The Division shirt, you get the best of both worlds. It's as burly as can be, so you can wear it as an overshirt or layer it in harsher climates, and its indigo dye will fade beautifully with time. In fact, because we've given it a wash, you can already see some of the unmistakable character emerging. The harder you wear it, the better it looks. That's what makes it a classic. That's like the whole like ethos of everything that I love. You know, it's like you gotta earn the right to have those feelings. You gotta earn the right to have that patina. You gotta earn the right by breaking these hard old school products in with natural materials, natural dyes. You know, it's my favorite thing, because so much of fashion and style and clothes and literally everything we use is made so cheap that it's acceptable to be sold, and then just immediately falls off the cliff in terms of quality or usability or function. And some of these brands like Taylor Stitch and some of these other brands we work with, like the boot brands, all these guys, they don't care. They're just like, we're doing it the old school way. It's better. You have to earn the patina. You have to earn everything. So I love it. Ooh, it feels about right. Yup, look at that. That's about perfect. It's pretty like, you know, it's pretty form-fitting, but it fits me about perfect. Because if I was gonna put like a hoodie under this, it'd be too small. But look at this, look at it, perfect fit. Whatever Taylor Stitch does in their patterning fits me perfectly, which I'm so glad I found like somebody that actually makes long enough sleeves, you know, still slim enough and like, show like, cause I'm 6'4", and I've got pretty broad shoulders and long ass arms. And so rarely, but I'm like also pretty slim. It's a nice way to put it. And so it's hard to get stuff to fit me, but this actually fits perfect. I'm gonna wear it for the rest of the video until I start sweating. But this one might even be cooler because this is Sashiko. The Apris pant in rinsed indigo Sashiko. Yes, okay, so check these out. $118. Like a trusty multi-tool, the Apris pant is all about doing more with less. With the cozy comfort of your favorite sweats, an elevated fit and finish, the hefty dose of hard-wearing functionality, the Apris pant is built to bring you from the couch to the trail to the last-minute lunch date without missing a step. This richly textured rinsed indigo Sashiko iteration will pick up tons of character over time and soften up nicely with each wash and wear. These are so cool. Like look at the colors of these. This one's like a little more purpley. But like Sashiko sweatpants, I hope they fit. They might not fit. Like pants especially are tough. So let's try them on off camera. Woo, those fit actually. I'm fully denimed up right now. Look at this. You know, they could be a few inches longer for me. But if I slouch them a little bit, let them hang off my butt a little bit, it works. Look at that. Just scoot back as far as I can. Check that out. This shirt is like the perfect size. I think I could have gone up one size in the shirt, but it's an actual shirt. It doesn't have like the hand pockets or anything. And I bet, let me try it on without the shirt on underneath. All right, let me back up again. Yeah, that works. I feel like a little, just a shirt. It's actually not as rough as I thought it would be on the skin. Yes, I love it. Okay, finally clothes that fit. Look, I feel like this looks just so good. It fits me like perfectly. Product update with the boot breakers. So, after some feedback from you guys, this was our original boot breaker material, just some veg tan, but it's a little too smooth on top, and you know, after some wear, it'd get a little bit slippery. Some people liked it, some people didn't, but ultimately, we decided to go with slightly adjusted leather where we got a little bit of a buff top. So come on over here. So we still have our super thick 5mm insoles, but now you can see the difference between the old 5mm versus the new. Then we still have the 3mm. And the nice thing about these is they take up room inside your boots. So if you got a boot that's too big or you want a shoe that feels more like a true heritage boot, you just throw one of these in there and it solves all your problem. They don't stink to this veg tan. It's not gonna feel as slippery, especially when you start sweating. It's gonna break in maybe just a little bit faster because this leather's a little bit softer than what we went with last time. And ultimately, I think it's just gonna improve the product. So appreciate your guys' feedback. Don't forget, we also have our regular foam boot breakers with the big thick mattresses in the green, the medium thickness in the blue, and the OG boot breakers at 2mm. These are the ones that really started this whole thing, where we just made a little insole you can slide in any heritage boot without changing the size. It's just 2mm thick. Give you a little bit of squish, help you break in the boots, and you can keep them in the boots if you want. That's where the whole name boot breaker came from. So that's it for the product update. Product update. Now to the Red Wings. I love this shirt. I'm already getting hot though. Okay, what is it? Check these out. What the heck? Have you ever seen a Red Wing like that? I didn't even, like, if I'm being honest, when I saw the listing, I didn't even know they were Red Wings. I was like, well, that's a cool little toe panel. That's like interesting, like the way everything sweeps around. And I was like, oh, and they're Red Wings, what the heck? And you can see that it's a pretty old pair of Red Wings, made in the USA. But what really intrigued me about this was it's really smart paneling, because it's similar to like the Russell moccasins, where you've got this like canvas or cotton twill upper, and then it's structured with leather, by the eye stays, by the back, the heel counter, the backstay. But you can see the front is really interesting because it's almost like it's an integrated lineman patch protective area where like a lot of times this is where panels come together, and that's where a lot of times you'll wear out your boots or you'll bust through the seams from lots of wear. And so they took that toe panel, swept it all the way up, sealing down these two panels and creating a protective area right here. You know, I really like when panels do that. Like it's functional, it looks good, it's functional in multiple ways. And then right here at the toe, you can see they added more of that canvas or more of that softer material so that you can have that toe flex without all that bunching up on top of your foot, and still being more breathable, still being flexible. And so it's a really cool pattern. I've never seen a pattern quite like it. And you know, it comes on a little wedge sole, which I love. And I like how this Red Wing wedge sole, it still gives you the appearance of a heel, but it bridges the gap right there where you would normally need a shank to support that. But because that's in constant contact with the ground, you still get the look of a heel, but the performance and like the lack of the need for a shank by having like a wedge sole. Isn't that crazy? And the thing is, they fit me like a freaking glove. And some of you guys that are big Red Wing fans, Taylor was just telling me yesterday that you can identify it by the tag and like the era that it's from. And what's really cool is right here down in the tongue, you can't really, you'll see it, Brody or someone will put it in the B-roll, but it says leather upper, ball man-made materials. I don't know what ball means. KO11E 2554 925. Union made UFCW in the USA. So I don't know how to decode. Let's see if we can figure it out. Well, let's try them on while my internet decided to take a shit. Oh, see, perfect fit, like I said. They're definitely like, the uppers are too big for me, but I think it's because it's double E width. But the actual width is perfect out of the toe, it's just the upper. Look at those! Still wearable, I can wear these things. Show you the whole fit, it's kind of quite the fit right now. Okay, look at that. With the Sashiko joggers, sweatpants, my tag's a little tighter. Maybe not the perfect fit, but I'm happy with this fit right now. The pants, I'm pretty hyped about these. I wish they were just a little bit longer. Like I wish they would just bunch a little bit more. Because if I pull them up to my actual waist, they're a little short, but that's okay. But look how cool these look. Are these sick? So now, let's see if we can figure out what they are. Because my iPad will not connect to my hotspot. Okay, let me see what the code is. Is 925 the code, or is it 25? I bet it's 25, I bet it's this one, 2554. Oof, maybe not. Let's try 925. Oh, it's Reddit. Reddit's down. It's not even the internet. What the heck? I have no idea how to find this. I might need the help of you Red Wing nerds that know all the numbers and everything. Maybe I'll hit up Red Wing too, but like, what is this boot? Yeah, there's like no, excuse me, like addresses to houses. I have no idea. I think it's actually an 11E. I think that might be the size and width. 25504. It's all on Reddit, and I can't get on Reddit right now. Okay, well, I have no idea. I thought maybe we'd be able to decode it, but Reddit's down right now, and so I have no idea. I don't know how old these are. I don't know, like, how much they were, what the purpose was, because they're kind of like dress. You know, they're a little bit pointier. But either way, cool. You know, I like holding on to these because like I'll pull inspiration from this at some point, I'm sure. I'll be like, oh, I like how this sweeps up and like stops a little early and then the counter kind of comes all the way through. I just love collecting little unique boots like this that I've never seen before, that are clearly rare enough that if I search the name and everything, like they're rare. But I got so wrapped up in it. I was like, this thing's also cemented together. It's not like, I don't think it's Goodyear welted because I don't see any stitching anywhere. So it's a weird little boot, but I like the look of it. So thanks for watching. Let me know if, I thought I could give you guys some information on this, but I might need your guys' help because I have no idea what these are. I don't know when they were made. So put me some information in the description if you know anything about these. And thank you guys for watching. Check out Taylor Stitch. This stuff is so cool. This is like the best fitting shirt I've ever owned in my entire life. I love it. And Christy Knives, And thank you guys for watching these. Like, I would like to do more of these, pick up some random boots and shoes and try to figure out the history of them and kind of go through them and be like, oh, this is what I like, this is what I don't like. Start pulling some inspiration for designs, because that's how I keep interested. You know, it's like you can only review things so long, but being able to work with all the top brands, being able to like design really interesting things and really dig into the industry from not just the reviewing perspective, but also from like working with the brands that are doing the manufacturing, it's really helping me round out my information. And now I'm like, I want to dig more into more like historical, not like war boots, but just like the history of some of these brands that you might have never seen before, like this boot. So thank you guys. And yeah, thanks for your help on Rose Anvil too. It's really fun to do. So thank you. See ya.